Open for Business is presented by Eagle Broadcasting Corporation and Globe My Business. Create your success.
Greetings from the Philippines to the world. It's June 29, 2019, 5 p.m. here in Manila. We are on Facebook Live on Eagle News and also on our digital channel, eaglenewslive.com. Watch us also on YouTube. Just click on YouTube channel at Eagle News. I am Cesar Vallejos. Welcome to the 55th episode of Open for Business. Join me discover the latest news and information in business around the world. Stay ahead of the curve from vision to action. On July 13, to celebrate the SME Week, we are inviting you to the Open for Business online and TV launch here at the EBC Atrium at the Eagle Broadcasting Corporation headquarters, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Registration starts at 8 a.m. for the trade fair, SME seminars, and the formal launch of Open for Business on Net 25. Open for Business will not only be online, it will also be on TV starting July 13. Mark your calendar, everyone's invited, and back to our feature today. The peso is 51.35 against the dollar, and at the closing of trade last Friday, the Philippine Stock Exchange Index closed at 8,057.64, up 44.07 points or 0.55%. The International Trade Center, a United Nations entity, has declared June 27 as MSME Day 2019. It is dedicated to raising awareness of the need for greater investment into small and mid-sized businesses in developing countries. It is also a celebration of the contribution of what smaller companies make to the global economy. Micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises are vital in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, in particular in promoting innovation, creativity, and decent work for all. Open for Business today is part of the celebration to honor MSMEs. And the best way to commemorate the UN MSME Day is to have a small business owner share his insights on his journey as entrepreneur. Rele Hernandez, the owner of Pop's original Lumpianisa, will join us later to tell his story. Also on the set later will be Frances Caluya of Globe My Business. Before that, let's check out these stories from Business Mirror. DICT, two firms sign pact to build common telco tower infrastructure. A number of unbanked Pinoys want to place savings in banks, according to PDIC poll. And Nestle Philippines in Asia's best companies to work for in Asia 2019. And here are the details. The Department of Information and Communications signed on Thursday a memorandum of agreement with common infrastructure providers ISOC Infrastructure and Edotco Group that cements the start of works for their shared tower initiatives. Under the agreement, the DICT shall also follow the two companies to use its properties for the construction of common towers. In a broader sense, the 5-year agreement paves the way for ISOC and Edotco to begin works in putting up these initial common towers. Eliseo Rio, chief of the ICT department, described this exercise as testing the waters for shared infrastructure. This landmark agreement affirms ISOC's contribution to the Duterte administration's vision of improving telecommunications infrastructure and services in the country, he said. The government aims to put up at least 50,000 new common towers to help improve tower density in the country and provide end users with better internet services. A nationwide public awareness survey commissioned by the Philippine Deposit Insurance shows significant preference among the unbanked sector to put their savings in banks if resources are made available to them. The PDIC said the preference among unbanked Filipinos to have a deposit account would help the government-run deposit insurance fund craft programs to entice the unbanked to patronize banks. The PDIC, however, failed to reveal the details of the survey, including the number of respondents who said they prefer to place their money in the bank. It only said that a significant number preferred to bank their money, and the majority of the unbanked Filipinos said they would save in banks if they have extra money to save. The PDIC said results of the survey shows that 51% of the respondents had experience in maintaining deposits in banks, but only half of them currently maintain bank deposits. The PDIC said the result of the survey reflects the public's continued trust in the security provided by banking institutions. The survey was conducted early this year and covered 1,500 respondents aged 18 and above. Nestle Philippines was recently named one of the best companies to work for in Asia 2019 by HR Asia, Asia's most authoritative publication for senior HR professionals. HR Asia surveyed over 7,200 employees from a total of 190 companies across the Philippines, measuring employee engagement through the Total Engagement Assessment Model. HR Asia's method of measuring the engagement scores of an organization individually and among teams. Nestle Philippines scored significantly higher in total employee engagement, particularly in collective organization for engagement, which measures culture and ethics, leadership, and initiative, reflecting Nestle's strong culture of respect guided by purpose and values. HR Asia's coverage includes Hong Kong, mainland China, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam, and the United Arab Emirates. When Open for Business returns, we will have Rele Hernandez, the owner of Pop's original Lumpianisa. Stay with us. Open for Business will return.
for Business is presented by Globe My Business. Create your success.
Open for Business is back, and with me is the owner of Pops Lumpianisa,
Yes.
Mr. Rele Hernandez.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And this is very special, Rele, because as I mentioned in my introduction earlier, we are celebrating the UN MSME Day.
Yes.
That actually happens June 27.
Right.
Kaya kami natutuwa na what we really what we are featuring today is someone who represents the small and medium enterprises. But before I ask you to also greet our audience, I'd like to greet people who are watching our episode this afternoon. Would like to greet Flor de Lisa Samaniego Arceo, Raquel Augusto, Tata Okyo Taniedo from Vega Palayan City. Edgar Sarol, he's watching from Milan, Italy, in Europe. Lyra is watching. Alexander Tugade is watching.
And that's
of
my
course, that's your dad. Okay. Again, Rele, thank you for coming here in the show. Now, my
Yes.
question is, this is different. Kakaiba ito because we wanted, it's really a fusion of lumpia and longganisa. You know,
Yes.
paano ba nag-start ang lumpianisa?
Well, it started that way. Now, Lumpianisa was an idea na when I started wrapping yung skinless longganisa that I make at home, and my wife makes lumpiang Shanghai. I had some extra meat, she had some extra wrapper. So binalot ko and then I fried it. The kids loved it. Then I figured na parang ang daming longganisa sa buong Pilipinas. Almost every city may kanya-kanyang flavors.
Bakit nga ganon? Bakit kanya-kanya? And of course, you said earlier off cam you also love to cook.
Yes.
When we go back first to longganisa, you said there are many flavors, different regions. Ano yung mga sikat na longganisas natin sa Pilipinas?
And most famous actually is vegan, lokban, ang dami, kabanatuan, mostly mga northern longganisas, yung mga garlicky flavors. And then we also have yung mga chorizos from the southern part like Visayas. Ito yung mga medyo matatamis, doon sila mahilig, yung matamis na longganisa like sa Bacolod, yung ganyan, mga hamonado, yung mga flavors naman. So nung naisip ko na parang kung ganyang karami yung flavors na longganisa, and then parang if-fuse natin siya doon sa isa pang Filipino favorite na lumpia, parang doon pa lang meron ka ng market. Diba? Na you'd have a market na anywhere in whole of the Philippines. I mean, basically you're serving a crunchy longganisa.
Okay.
Right? It's a fusion of two Filipino favorites.
So yung lumpia naman, you said earlier. So who's preparing lumpia? You're also preparing it, or your wife?
Yes, I studied yung flavor profiles ng bawat longganisa coming from the places that we base the flavors from. Kasi I can't really say na it's vegan longganisa because it didn't really come from vegan. So it's vegan flavored
Okay.
lumpianisa or something like
Okay.
that. Tugigaraw flavored lumpianisa. So that's what we do. And so it started as lumpia and longganisa, but then we ventured out into more flavors, like meron na tayong international flavors na cheeseburger, beef taco, breakfast sausage, lahat yan nakalumpia. And now our newest flavor, sisig. So it's definitely not longganisa na, it's a Kapampangan favorite, sisig. Binalot na rin namin siya ng lumpia. Yeah,
I see. So lumalabas, everything is wrapped by lumpia.
yes, so the meaning of lumpianisa, which started out as lumpia and longanisa, has already evolved into more like gourmet lumpia. Yun ang kanyang meaning ngayon, ng lumpianisa.
But I am not really very familiar with, if lumpia is something that's known all over the world. But can you tell our viewers, especially when you prepare lumpia, how different is it when you do it the Filipino way?
It's well, actually, in the US and the Europe, they're when they say lumpia, at least for us, diba, parang it started with the Chinese, bringing that yung spring rolls over. Pero sa US, when they say lumpia, it's Filipino. Basically, yung gano'n, no, parang
So talaga, that's native to us, lumpia.
yes, no, parang every Filipino, they grow up, they're lumpia fed. Basically, yun. So yes, so in the US, it's considered na Filipino food talaga ang lumpia. So when we prepare it, when Filipino prepares it, actually it's yung flavors talaga ng isang Filipino cook or chef is talagang yung huling-huli yung lasang Pinoy na medyo umami, may alat ng kaunti. And then for those who like na matamis, yung we have yung hamonado flavors na alam mo, pwede natin i-adjust din.
But in your case, Rele, did you experiment on it first, or in terms of the preparation of your products? What specific market tests are you using? For large organizations, definitely they still do market research. They do they invest in a lot of product tests. But as a small entrepreneur, so was it similar to other experiences of entrepreneurs who had their friends and family, the first ones who critique them? What's your experience?
Actually, tama ka doon. Una mong audience will be your family.
Yes.
I mean, if this is good with my kids, with my wife, okay, lalabas natin to sa immediate family, sa my parents, yung my wife's parents, yung ganyan. So pag okay doon, then we go out to friends naman. And then from there, actually what helped us as yung we'll discuss this later, no? Pero yeah, we'd start with that, with friends, family, and then from there you get to meet a lot of people who are in the same industry, the food industry na
Yes.
who can also share with you yung mga experiences nila, and also,
Which I'd like to ask. Yeah. There's a lot of food products. There's heavy competition in the food business. So what is the reason why you chose that? And off-cam you said, is it something about your passion that you wanted to create it into something very profitable?
Yes, I'm very passionate about cooking. I make sure na, well, at least sa bahay namin, that everything is good. Lahat ng kinakain ng pamilya ko is, well, masarap. Okay. And when it comes to yun nga sa I forgot your question, sorry.
So it's the competition
the competition
in food. So you chose food because you wanted to and because you're passionate about it.
Yes, and well, food never goes out of style. Actually, laging may I mean, it's a necessity for everybody. And the thing is, with competition, it's good. It's healthy. It's healthy for your business. And yun nga, I would want to discuss yung group namin, yung Let's Eat Pare Association. Kasi this is what really helped me grow yung reach. I mean, online.
I see.
Social media. When we...
Okay. So when you say Let's Eat Pare, it's really, this is an organization of people who are into this food business.
Yes. So the Let's Eat Pare it's actually a community of foodies.
Mhm.
It's an online community. Right now, we're up to about 155
Mhm.
members, 156,000.
So that's different.
156,000.
And you offer not necessarily the same products, or some are the same.
Some are the same, pero the thing is, it's so let's see, para the founder Mark Del Rosario decided to come up with an association
Mhm.
of the vendors.
I see.
Okay, so yung mga food vendors na who post online or on the page, he made an association para magtulungan
Mhm.
yung mga vendors instead of, well, yes, there will be competition, may magkakaparehas ng products, but then the mindset is there na tulungan pa rin tayo.
Mm-hmm. Correct. So now, before we pause into a break, I'd like to ask you. Off cam, you also mentioned that it's not really planned for you to be into this business. You know, sometimes I interviewed a lot of entrepreneurs who didn't really plan,
Right.
for them to go into business. Sometimes, a lot of them, aksidente na lang yung pagiging
Right.
entrepreneur nila. And one good thing about them is that if they're really very, very passionate naman on what they do, it turns out to be profitable.
Yes.
So in your case, you said you were from the corporate world before.
Yes. Well, I chose food nga kasi I know where I'm good at.
Mhm.
I know I'm good at cooking. I knew that I wanted a business, and if I wanted to go into business, I knew before then that it was going to be food.
Mhm.
So I just had to find that unique product that would be, something that I can offer na hindi kagaya ng iba or na meron na sa market. I'm not sure if meron na nakaisip before ng Lumpianisa, or kung meron man, they didn't market it as much as I did.
Mhm.
So I consider myself, the first the first Lumpianisa maker in the
Wow.
Philippines.
Interesting. Pero gaano katagal bago ka nag-venture into other product lines? Or in other flavors. So, did it take you a year, or what was the period for that you finally decided that you needed to come up with new products or new flavors that you have to offer to the
Yeah.
market?
We started with 2 flavors lang actually. It was supposed to be garlic and hamonado. So it's garlicky flavor and then the sweet flavor. But then parang if ganun lang yung offering mo, medyo you're not really diving into the other flavor profiles ng ibang longganisa na ino-offer pa natin. So ino-offer pa ng mga Filipino cities. So yun nga, so I had to differentiate now. I had to come up with Tugigaraw flavor. How is it different from vegan when they're both garlicky? Yung ganon. Then hamonado still remains the same, yung sweet. And then I try to come up with different flavors on every quarter at least, na sana may lumalabas na flavor. Kasi with this offering, kung mas marami kang flavors na ino-offer, mas maraming choices si customer. And it just means na, alam mo yun, they can choose whatever they want, or kung ano man yung flavor na bagay sa kanila.
And how do you decide on that as well? Parang, I know that we'll be talking about social media later, but in your case, do you engage with them and let them ask them what they want, or there's a lot of feedback already that's coming in, and that's where you decide to come up with new flavors or new product lines?
Well, first you listen to your customers. Yun nga, you listen, not necessarily you ask them directly, pero you figure out what's trending on social media. Parang, burgers, everybody loves burgers. I'm gonna come up with a cheeseburger na lumpia, which is also something unique, diba? Na hindi na madali rin siyang gawin actually. And then yung tacos, right now yung mga Filipinos, yung palates natin medyo mas na-expose na sa international food. Everybody loves yung Mexican food. Medyo kumakalat na sa atin dito yan. So, tacos. Everybody loves tacos. Sige. gawin nating flavor yan. Right now, yung breakfast sausage, yan. Pero parang nai-introduce na siya sa market, medyo mas kumakalat na. Yung familiarity ng Filipino sa breakfast sausage. Like, kasi nga sa isang fast food chain, meron silang breakfast sausage patties. Yung mga gano'n na.
Right. So I'm sure there were a lot of challenges and failures also that you encountered. So of course we know that when you offered lumpianisa, it's something very unique.
Yes.
But along the way, there were a lot of difficulties for small business owners. That's why I think the United Nations also chose the MSME Day to really highlight that small business owners and SMEs needed access to funds, access to the market. In your case, what were the major failures and challenges that you encountered, and how were you able to face those challenges and find solutions for them?
Okay. First thing, biggest challenge talaga is sometimes, you don't get to sell every day. You don't get a sale every day. So you come up with things, kunyari, sometimes you'd go into like a whole stretch, parang full month na yung sales mo very minimal. So what you do is you come up with a promotion. And you use social media to boost that promotion para mas more people would be aware, more people would be more supportive of your brand, yung ganon. So with social media kasi you have to find out what you want to achieve. Actually, if you want more brand awareness, or you want to generate new leads or drive more sales. So, yeah, so based from that, depending kung ano yung nagiging challenge mo, you can use social media for that. Like I said, for months na walang you project.
So that is
na
one of your
sales.
So that is one of your challenges. So there are times that you feel you're nearly out of business because there's no sales.
There's no sales.
So can you identify other challenges aside from that? You said off-cam also. When you started this business, you had a partner, but eventually you were just alone doing it. So did I'm sure discourage you as well to go through the business. But how were you able to hurdle
it? It did for a little bit, but it's my baby, so I had to take care of it. So yun yung naisip ko, parang yes, I understand my business partner before, he had to prioritize some other stuff. Which totoo na mas importante, like family and all that. So I started with actually we started in Mercato, so it's like a midnight market selling cooked food na hot food.
Yes.
And then after nun, when it was just me na lang, I figured na if it's just going to be me, I'm not gonna be doing that kasi that's masyadong matrabaho yan, masyadong yung overhead mo, you have to pay for rent, you have to pay for salary ng mga tao. Now, if it's just me, I'm just gonna go online. I'm just gonna sell my stuff online. Facebook is free, Instagram is free. So you get more reach actually using social media.
Yes, and that's the main discussion of Open for Business. When we get back, how will you grow your business through social media? Open for Business will return. Stay with us. Open for Business is back, and joining me and Rele Hernandez, the owner of Pop's Original Lumpianisa, is Miss Frances Caluya,
Hi.
Industry Marketing Manager of Globe My Business.
Hi, Cesar. Good afternoon.
Thank you for coming over. I know it's raining and it's
Yeah.
traffic.
Of
and-
course, anything for open for business.
Thank you so much. We left up on this discussion about already on the opportunities for small business owners in getting a lot in promoting their business. So there are a lot of opportunities that they can do, diba? They can
Yes.
join trade exhibitions. They can spend a lot in other big companies would
Right.
spend on traditional media. But in your case, you mentioned earlier, you joined an online community and then another one. Of course, you said you had to choose social media because a lot of things there are free. Okay. Can you delve on that experience
Yes.
before I ask also Francis? Sige.
Kasi when I started nga, I joined, when I went online na lang, instead of serving hot food, just selling my products frozen, I joined Let's Eat Pare. And then, I did not know na ganun kalakas yung impact niya. First quarter of 2018. Kasi we started November 2017. So first quarter 2018, 80% of my sales were from Let's Eat Pare members.
Wow,
Ganun
80%.
kalakas yung
Okay.
impact. And then, yun nga, when the association was built, Mark had friends with Globe My Business.
Mhm.
So they, so sinali kami ng Globe My Business dun sa mga nila, sa mga activities nila. So we had a food crawl in Poblacion. So doon na expose naman kaming mga vendors dun sa sa parang back end talaga ng kitchen na parang how to really run a restaurant. And then there was also this mentorship program na they started na with big businesses na like mga Nacho King, yung mga owners doon. They talk to us, and Jiminy pala yan. So they talked to us, telling us how they build their businesses, and this was sponsored by Globe My Business, by the way. So ayun, ang laking tulong after nun, Kerwin Tansikiao, the owner of Jiminy, up until now we're still talking. He's still mentoring me para just because of that tie-up ng Let's Eat Pare and Globe My Business.
So there's a lot of, in your case, you mentioned by joining this online community, it boosted your business because of
Yes.
the networking.
The network, yes.
The network with that online community. Now, my question, Francis, is that we know that there's a thrust of Globe My Business to support the growth of MSMEs. And as he mentioned earlier, there's mentorship, there's tutoring, there's you invite CEOs or experienced professionals also from Globe and also from the others in the industry. What's the plan and what's the vision behind this?
Really, Globe My Business is behind every Filipino entrepreneur like Rele, and it's our goal to provide them with the right solutions for their business, to connect them with the right people, and really help them, achieve business success. So, as part of what Rele mentioned earlier, that partnership with Let's Eat Pare, we are partnering with a lot of other groups and brands within the ecosystem. So, for the food businesses, we're partnering with relevant groups and networks to help them be equipped. Internally, we also have our programs like the Globe My Business Academy. It's a platform where you can get expert tips and tricks so that you can succeed in your business and improve your skills.
Now, assuming I am an entrepreneur, and then when I hear about Globe Academy, is enrollment there expensive, or I would want to really get or avail of the services of Globe My Academy? What will I do, and what will I what's the process?
It's actually all for free. You could just go on online to mybusinessacademy.ph and sign up and access a lot of content, a lot of articles, tips, and tricks from experts to help you improve how you run your business.
Wow, that's great. That's great. That's Globe My Academy. And can you give a run through of what happens during one session there?
It depends on, sometimes we hold events, small pocket sessions with business experts where you can learn firsthand. We also have exhibitions and events with where you can experience the different products and solutions of Globe My Business. You could actually go through the experience of using our cloud POS solution. It's a POS system that connects to the internet, so you could access your sales real time and online. It's a very experiential type of event that happens nationwide from time to time.
So it's not just, a seminar-like
No.
activity. It's really, a holistic, integrated activity that, that's good because as you mentioned, it's very experiential. So there are a lot of practical solutions that can be taught to the entrepreneurs.
Yeah, definitely. And the nice thing about it is it really targets the pain points of a business owner. And if you're there, you could see how this solution is relevant for my business and how it can help me really succeed. Because Globe really is your is your partner in running your business. We enable the Filipino entrepreneurs to be equipped with the right technology so that they're future ready. You know, ang daming nangyayari. The environment is ever changing. New technology is being introduced every day, and so being equipped with the right ones for your business is very critical to ensure that you succeed.
Perfect. Well said. She mentioned about pain points. So one of your pain points earlier is to really capture or target your or get that sale. And
Yes.
how do you get that sale? For the very delicious lumpia misa. Okay.
Yes.
So now, in your case, you and our major focus is really on social media. What do you do specifically in social media for you to be able to get a sale? Because a lot, as you mentioned earlier, you have to go to Facebook because that's free. All you have to do
Right.
is to have an account. So a lot of people may do that, Rele,
Yes.
but they don't know, the techniques. So can you give our viewers, some ways for them to grow their business through social media?
Well, one basic tip is actually diversify your posts as much as possible. Follow the 80-20 rule. 80% socially relevant yung mga post mo, 20% more on targeted sa sales. So with
Okay.
this, mas dadami kasi yung followers mo when you post socially relevant posts.
So in your case, okay, sige, let's apply that,
Yeah.
Rele. Lumpianisa, of course, 20% would be about the product. So now, what can you give a sample of a socially relevant post that you have done? That earned a lot of likes and posts, and then sabi nga, eventually, sige na nga, I will buy lumpianisa.
Well, when you do socially relevant posts, you're not really targeting to get a sale.
Okay.
Basically, you're building brand awareness, or
Okay.
that your page is there, and that you're keeping up with the times as well. Na
Okay.
parang if there's something that's it has something to do with food, and ganun, since I'm in the food industry, you put it on your page. Na
So in
this
short,
is something-
I think one of the socially relevant topics would be, pwede siguro waste management.
Yes.
Things like
Yun
that.
na,
Or,
correct. Yung mga
or
single-use plastic, trying to minimize that.
okay, that's good. So what else? That's very relevant. Okay, post socially relevant issues, and then 20% more on the hard sell stuff.
Yes.
What else? You mentioned earlier about. I would just like you to explore more. on targeting. A lot of people, when
Yes.
they go into Facebook marketing, kanila nila, that's it already. Parang, okay, you expect a lot of sale, you target the whole Philippines. But in your case, you specifically mentioned about targeting the right market. How do you do that on Facebook?
Yes, with Facebook ads kasi, or sponsored ads, you get to put interests. So you can target yung market mo even better. Like for me with Lumpianisa, mostly the target market out na based from historical data is it would be mostly moms
Okay.
who are yung audience ng
Uh-uh.
Lumpianisa kasi it's easy to cook, pambaon, pangulam, that's pampulutan, di ba?
Okay.
For dancing, ganun lang
Okay.
siya. Pero, yun nga, mostly women yung target namin. So, as much as possible, when I post, talagang, mas leaning towards moms.
Okay, moms, and then how about their age, yung demographics nila? Would
Yes.
you still specify there?
Yes, you can specify there kung ano yung yung specific age. Like, with moms, working moms is about 28 to 55.
to
Yeah, yung
55,
age range
okay.
talaga.
And then you
Yung
mentioned
sila
about
there.
and then you mentioned about interest, because on Facebook, di ba, there are Facebook can also suggest interest, or
Yes.
you can type it, I think, on
Yes.
what interest that you would want to target. How is that? In your case with Lumpianisa, what are the interests that they have there? Like, is it cooking or lumpia? Is that just like what else do we use there? Similar to tagging,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
keywords,
Yes.
parang ganun ba yun?
Hashtags, right? Yes, parang ganon siya. That's basically how it works. Ang pinaka-default na I use is of course food and drinks, foodie, lumpia. Lumpia is an interest there. So, but you have to make it timely. When you, kunyari may occasion, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you have to put that in there sa interest when you run an ad during. Kasi yun yung what people are looking for at the time. Who's online, Mother's Day gift, Father's Day gift, or Mother's Day food, yung mga ganon. So,
And Globe by Business shares that as well. What's your program to promote growing business through social media?
Right. So, if you want to grow your business through social media, again, Globe My Business definitely has the solutions for you. So, for instance, one of the solutions that we offer is Digi Ads. So, similar if you're a new business and you're not sure how to capitalize on digital marketing for your ads. Kasi I'm sure at first it's a bit daunting to go into the Facebook ad
Yes.
ad campaign platform and just run your ads. It can get a little bit daunting. So Digi Ads as a solution can help you with that. And also all the learning sessions that we do provide the Filipino entrepreneurs also can help you understand how to succeed in digital marketing.
So in short, that's good, with especially when you have this service Digi Ads, because all the entrepreneur will or the SME owner will just have to tell you is, okay, this is what I would want to accomplish. Unlike other entrepreneurs, maybe you have tried it before, Rele, na ikaw mag-isa, you started from zero. And as Francis said, it's quite daunting because there's a lot of options. Sometimes not all entrepreneurs or owners are social media friendly, and because there's a lot of user interface there, I'm sure, because I've seen an ads manager myself. And sometimes, especially when there's a lot of campaigns already, the tendency is that, as
You're
borrowing
overwhelmed.
your term here, it's daunting, you're
Yeah,
overwhelmed.
right.
And in your case ba, is it how hard or how easy is it to go into this Facebook advertising? And also you mentioned about Instagram as well. How hard or easy is it? And at what point did you ask Globe My Business to help you on that? Or did you ask Globe My Business for other opportunities because you already know social media marketing?
yeah, for a starter, for a startup company, talagang going into social media or Facebook ads tapos medyo depleted yung funds mo. having to pay like 400 pesos for an ad to run for 3 days, medyo nininervous ka because
mabigat.
you don't even know
Yeah.
kung merong return of investment.
Oo.
That 400, I could use that for production sana eh. Diba?
Correct.
But, what you do is you start tagging your friends first.
Mhm.
Yun ang simula. You tell them, paki-share, ganyan. Or paki-like, kung hindi mo i-share, please like. Kasi, yun nga, a friend told me na, well, 1 like is equal to 7 notifications. So, exponential yan.
I see.
Sa-
One like
seven
is equal
notifications sa
to
iba't
7
ibang
notifications.
7 notifications sa iba't
Okay.
ibang pages.
Yes.
So exponential yung growth niya kapag
So the
tinulungan
more
ka ng mga
likes
friends
talaga
mo.
you have,
Yes.
the bigger the opportunity that other people will see it na rin.
Yes.
Okay, so times 7 na agad yun.
That's right.
So that's another tip from Rele, because especially if you don't have a budget,
Right.
you have to really make sure that you tag all your friends. If you have 3,000 friends, you have times 7 notifications.
Right.
Okay, go
Pero
ahead.
don't tag them on the post. Just
Okay, not
message
on the
mo
post.
lang. Message mo lang sila.
That's
privately.
another trick, not on the post. Oh, kasi baka na ano to, spam na to.
Yeah.
Oo, spam na. Parang,
Okay.
ba't nga ba tinatag na ito?
Okay. At saka sometimes, when you are tagged without your
Consent,
permission,
right.
consent, sometimes you feel bad. And there's data privacy na.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So, when I asked for help, well, actually, yun ang mga natututunan mo from the seminars that Globe My Business offers. We had a seminar in Alabang before,
Yeah.
talagang discussing about that. We had a speaker teaching us about food photography, ganyan, talagang, and
Food photography, really, sorry. That's also for Instagram, because di ba with Instagram
Yes.
you have to have beautiful photos.
Yes.
So what's your experience with Instagram? You haven't mentioned that yet.
With Instagram kasi, these are for basically talagang product shots. Mostly product shots lang ipopost mo dyan.
So ngayon, what's your technique? Kasi you said photography yan. Pag nakita mo si lumpia, di ba, it's
Right.
plain white lang.
Yeah.
So in food photography, how do you make sure that it comes out, very yummy and people will go to your site and order?
Well, it has to be cooked.
Okay.
Kita yung laman.
Yeah.
Kasi
Okay.
yung lumpia niza namin, talagang iba-iba yung laman niya. Yung color, even yung tugigaraw, makikita mo yung pag kinat mo yan sa gitna, it's really yellowish.
Wow.
Kasi because the achuete oil, yung ganyan. Kapag vegan, more on medyo black, medyo dark yung laman. Hamonado, medyo pink kasi with the sugar and all. Then cheeseburger and beef taco, when you cut it, talagang may cheese siya, nag-ooze yung cheese. So, you have to... Words pa lang yan, ha? Antay mo pag
Parang
nakita mo yung
sarap na
pictures,
eh.
ha? Talagang nag-ooze yung cheese nila. So, kapag... if you capture that in a photo, ang laki ng effect niya, especially sa Instagram. Kasi Instagram mostly talagang food products. On Facebook, that's more like talagang advertisement, promos. Yan, yun ang difference nila.
Okay. We're running out of time, Rele and Francis. What's your advice to entrepreneurs, especially the ones who are starting their own businesses? You yourself, and we'd like to thank you because as we celebrate the United Nations MSME Day, you're here with us. It's really a testament that we also, if other, small businesses can thrive using social media, using the help of Globe My Business, I'm sure a lot of entrepreneurs will also be inspired to go into the business, especially with your passion. Can you give them your tips on how to also make sure that they go through the success that you have went through?
Okay, first things first, don't be scared. Well, it's natural to be scared, but yeah, be brave enough to go through that. I mean, to get over it. And then, yun nga, maximize your resources by, maximizing on the free stuff. Free Facebook, free IG, free help from Globe My Business. I mean, with that gives you a lot of exposure na. Actually, so, ayun lang. And go into Facebook ads and know your market.
And if they want to taste your the Pop's original lumpianisa, where will they get it?
Just message us, Pop's Original Lumpianisa. We have tons of resellers all over the metro. We have Miticuloso, Miti South, Chef Decker Gokyoko in QC. And also Shell stores. Can I say that? We're available in Shell stores now. That's also from when I joined a different group, Sarap. So it's a Specialized Retailers Association of the Philippines. They brought us into Shell stations, yung mga Shell Select stores. So now we're supplying there sa Shell Mamplasan, Shell Doña Soledad, and Shell NLEX.
So imagine a small business, selling their produce and products to big companies. That's a very, very good opportunity and I'm sure that will inspire other
Yes.
Entrepreneurs to go into that business. Now, the reason why we're also having this conversation, Francis, is that we are celebrating the SME Week next month, and that's going to be, as a matter of fact, we'll be launching the TV program on Net 25 during that period. What is it? I know it, but other people would
Yeah.
want to know what is Globe My Business doing to also promote and celebrate SME Week next month.
So basically, it's a tribute to Filipino SMEs. Talagang si Globe My Business, saludo kami sa mga SMEs because they continue to help the economy of the Philippines. We all know that, it's the backbone. Small entrepreneurs are the backbone of the Philippine economy, and it's our way of celebrating what they're doing for the nation. So saludo talaga kami sa inyong mga Filipino entrepreneurs.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Rele, and thank you, Miss Francis, for coming here. It's a rainy day,
Yeah.
but it's a very exciting afternoon. Thank you
Yes.
for coming, and I hope both of you will join us on July 13 for the launching of Open for Business on Net 25. So aside from being online, we're also on mainstream television starting July 13. And I will expect you to be there.
Yeah.
Our term of the week and our quote of the week when Open for Business returns, stay with us. Thank you, Rele. Salamat ng marami.
Thank you.
Francis, thank you. In our term of the week, you take a refresher of business terms to make you updated, more informed, and ready to make smarter business decisions. Our term of the week is algorithm. In general, an algorithm is a defined set of rules used to solve a problem. In social media terminology, however, people often use algorithm as a shorthand for feed algorithm, which is the set of rules a social network uses to automatically decide which posts come first in your feed. For example, if Facebook decides what it wants to prioritize posts with lots of comments, as it did with its 2018 algorithm change, it adjusts the rules of its feed algorithm to push those posts up. And our words of the week is from my favorite Seth Godin. He said, "Build it and they will come only works in the movies. Social media is build it, nurture it, engage them, and they may come and stay." Join us again next Saturday, 5 p.m. Philippine time for another episode of Open for Business, where we discuss business information, deliver the latest business news to keep you informed and open for business and be ahead of the curve from vision to action. You're on Facebook Live on Eagle News, and you can watch us again in the video section of the Eagle News Facebook page and on eaglenewslive.com. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Eagle News. Also visit postinglive.com for news and updates on Open for Business. Catch me later at 9 p.m. and every Wednesday also at 9 p.m. on Net25's Eagle News International as I report more business news here and around the world. And again on July 13, To celebrate the SME month, we are inviting you to the Open for Business online and TV launch here at the EBC Atrium at the Eagle Broadcasting Corporation headquarters, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Registration starts at 8 a.m. for the trade fair, SME seminars, and business clinics, and the formal launch of Open for Business on Net 25. Open for Business will not only be online, it will also be on TV starting July 13. On that day, we will be joined by Globe My Business, Titans Business Ventures, Lobian Realty Group, Soul Explorer, Mapilas Realty, VNA Management Services, Bildia Construction Services, Green Circle Realty, LBC, and Asian Life Insurance. July 13, mark your calendar. Everyone's invited for Open for Business. This is Cesar Vallejos. Have a great day.
Open for Business was presented by Eagle Broadcasting Corporation and Globe My Business. Create your success.